Action. So show me what you're working on right now.
All right. Well, these two things,
And Gus survived. We didn't see the how Gus survived. Did he
um,
survive?
uh, I had
Is
to,
it still?
I had to fix him a number of times,
Oh
and
no.
I fixed everything except where the head had problems. I glued some wood on, and I have to carve that to
Mm.
shape it again. And so he's just
Very
sitting.
carefully because you just glued it. So,
Right. He's
mm.
sitting there waiting for me, but I've been
Okay.
working on these two gifts.
Wow.
Um,
You look great.
I gave them to my in-laws
You
on
already did.
Sunday, but
Mhm.
I told them I'm an Indian giver. They can't keep them. I'm taking them back.
Okay.
And
Because you
because
had more you wanted to do.
yes, yes. And so I'm still picking on this one, sanding and stuff. I actually gave it a coat of finish. I used tung oil
Mm-hmm.
and
Looks great.
it darkened it, obviously. And
But in a good way, because now I can see your wood burning and I can see the
yeah,
contrast is there now that wasn't there last time you showed me.
yeah. So I hope it's not too dark. And I have a different can of tung oil that tended to come out light. And
Mm-hmm.
so I want to do that over this. But I'm doing a little bit of sanding touch up again, and I'll have to fix those areas with
Looks
finish and stuff.
fabulous.
But this one, I'm still working on carving. Not really carving, it's more touching up. It's really
Mm-hmm.
ratty under here. I've been getting it. I got this part cleaned up and kind
I
of
see.
sanded, but
Yeah.
not under here.
So hard.
Um, yeah, I've been working under here. I don't know if you can tell, but it's
Yes.
undercut.
Definitely defined. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
definitely
so
defined. You got
once
depth there.
I, yeah, and I've been doing a number five on this, smoothing it out here
Mm-hmm.
where I relieved and doing a number five on everything. Then I'm going to take
Uh,
a number three and
mm-hmm.
start smoothing it out, and then I'm going to sand it down until it's fairly smooth. It's the sky,
Oh, it's the sky because it's the sky, not water.
right?
But your
And
water's
then
so smooth.
right, well, it's not going to be. It's
Okay.
I'm supposed to take a number seven to it and make
Mm.
waves in here to to gouge it out so it looks like the
Mm-hmm.
water's got
Mm-hmm.
movement. And I just haven't done that yet. So this is going to be gouged, but this is going to be smooth. So I'm switching.
You're flipping it. So
Right.
what um what was their response when they saw these?
I mean,
Were they pleased?
they wouldn't stop saying how nice it was and thank you for a long time.
Wow.
And they really did like it. I could tell my brother-in-law, John, he gets a certain way when he's emotionally affected. So it's quiet. And so I could tell that.
Cool.
And so they really liked it. And
I'm
then
so pleased.
John said, you certainly know what's right for each couple. You
Mhm.
you hit it on the nose. So that was nice to hear.
Yes, especially after you were inspired and you worked towards that. You
Right.
really want to know that they like it. Like that last eagle head I did, I to this day I wish I knew if the person who got it really appreciate. I'm trusting
Yeah.
that the
Yeah.
universe matched it with the
Right.
person who would appreciate that Latin phrase that I wrote on there, and
Right.
because hopefully it was like what do they call those an Easter egg in video games and stuff.
Right.
They say you can find an
Yeah.
Easter egg, a surprise little thing there.
Right. Right.
I was hoping that would be an Easter egg because it was kind of behind. I mean, unless you were really looking at the head, you wouldn't
Right.
notice it.
Right.
Uh, Anyhow, so I will repeat what I said for the video. It occurred to me that Barry had already done his eyes before we got into a recording, and Fred didn't really show us what he was doing, but he was using
Right.
something else. I forgot what it's called, but it was blue green.
Right.
It was
It
green,
was it was a epoxy like Quickwood is. So I think it was just another brand and had a different color.
but he said it reacted differently too.
Yeah, he
So
did.
I'm
Right.
going to um, do mine for recording so that other people, if they ever decide to do this with the eaglehead or some other bird, will know how to do it if I can remember, because it's been 2 years for me since I've
Yeah.
done one of these, maybe longer, 3 years.
Speaking
Um,
of Quickwood,
mm-hmm,
um, I have an idea. It's got a little top on it. You can see where it's carved out.
mm-hmm,
But I'm thinking of taking a piece of Quickwood if and making a little ball of it, if I
mm-hmm.
can, small enough, and putting it right there, and then painting it red, like there's a red light on top.
I see.
Um, that's the only thing I would paint would be the quick glue, or the
Ah,
Quickwood.
uh,
So, so I'm still playing with that idea of
well,
maybe doing it.
and I put that up again, Barry, because I would not be happy. I know you would be unhappy if I didn't say something. I
Yeah.
am feeling and hoping that you do something with the clouds.
Yes. Okay. That was the last thing I put on before I sealed it.
I like it, but everything else has such depth, and that doesn't. It
Right.
looks
I
drawn out.
noticed. I really noticed it when I was first holding it up for the camera for you.
Hmm.
That's when I really
It
saw
just
that
doesn't,
it
something
doesn't
doesn't
look right.
match,
Right.
right? So
So,
even a shallow relief, because
right,
obviously I
right,
don't know how big you want, but I said that's just not like Barry. It looks drawn on
right,
because everything else is
right.
so defined and pretty deep. The clouds
Well,
just look like an add-on.
I'm glad you said that because as I said, I noticed it just a little while ago and it bothered me, but I'm going, should I really start carving again? But I think you're right. I think that would be so much better.
I know you. I know I feel comfortable enough with you to say you would be happier if you did it.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so and for those of you who don't know our relationship, Barry will be the first to tell me if something strikes him because he knows I trust his judgment too. Um, and he knows what I like, what I'm happy with, and what I'm not. All right, so I've decided to
Yeah.
demonstrate the quick wood. Comes in a roll
Yes.
like this, and you take a little bit off. It's white and it's brown, and you got to mix the white and brown together, as I recall. Don't
Right.
need a whole lot. I don't even need this much, but I'm going to mix it. And you only have a few minutes before you have to do something about
Right. Right.
it.
You got to go right to
So
work with it.
I'm working it in together. Just mush, 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 mush. Ding. Is that right? No. My GoDaddy is telling me my Bounty of Wood
You're
web address is expired and I am letting it
really
expire
okay.
because I don't intend to pursue, I don't think. So I'm taking a blob and I'm smushing it into my wood here.
Yeah.
Saw. Sorry, I pulled up my French. Sometimes it slips out. Like this. Comme ça. And then I have these beautiful eyes that Barry gave to me. Thank you, Barry.
You're
Or I
welcome.
think you said my dad had
Right.
given them to you.
Right.
So thank you, Dad. Thank you, Barry. Thank
Yep.
you, whoever powers it be.
Thank thank you, Gary.
And
Yep.
you know, Barry, if I ever do one of these again,
Yeah.
I want to carve the eye.
Oh, ooh, right there. It looks so right.
Oh, I just
Like
plopped it in.
like that. I
But
mean,
but I learned something from Tom Miller, who's now
right, right,
gone, that it's supposed to be more popped up like that. So
right. So
it's
you
supposed to
can
be
see
looking down the nose, and
almost
I'm
like
messing
it's
it up.
when you hold it and look over the beak at the eyes, it's almost like it's looking at you. Just a
Like
slight
tilt it
curve. Yep.
like that. I think I did it. Now, I don't think I want to fill this all in with the wood though, do I? Because I have a
No,
nice dip there and I've got too much here.
right. Yep.
So
I
this is
always,
where I should use some kind of tool that I didn't go that far.
yeah, I always do.
So I'm
Um,
going to use my finger
there you go.
nail.
That's what I do. And then your dad had recommended about for me at one point that I might want to get some dental tools.
Ah, I
So,
found one of those in my
you,
travels I
did
told you
you?
about. Yes, his
Yeah,
dental tool that he used.
I clean
But
it
I
out with that.
now I don't think I want it this thick. So I'm be natural. I will you to be natural looking. I don't like sanding, so just be natural, please.
Right, right.
And I'm getting it on the eye, which is okay, I guess. COVID tissue. It's very much like putty. I mean, it's like Play-Doh. You up, face forward more. Still playing with it, wiggling it into place, propping it up with my putty there. And I'm thinking that 50-50 alcohol and water will probably wash that right off of the eyeball if I get it
Yeah.
fast enough. So I guess I should get my wonder where my tools are. Got so involved in sorting through dad stuff that I don't even know where my stuff is now that I think about it.
Well, and one thing I've done also is before I got the dental tools was I took a detail knife with with the good tip and and cleaned it up with that a little bit. And then as you're doing, squishing it out.
Yeah, right now I'm feeling like I got it pretty well, except it's not quite covering the top. It's a bit like making put my dough down for my pie crust. So many things that we do in wood carving, I already knew how to do just because of cooking and baking,
Hmm.
like how to peel an apple
Yeah,
is a what we call a pull cut.
exactly.
Don't want you to be want you to be smooth, please. Can't get my finger in there. That's pretty good. You're a little messy under here. Yeah, looks pretty good. Okay, so this is what I have, Barry. Suggestions before it dries?
Okay. Um, so look at it from the front
And
and then the top is what your dad taught me.
I can still see the eyes from the top. That's bad, right?
Yeah, you're not supposed to, but
That means I didn't make it deep enough.
well, and that's all this stage. All you can do is push it in as you did, and it is what it is, and it'll be fine.
Never can
Um,
tell till you get the eye in there. I should have tested it before I did. But I mean, it depends. If I hold it this way, I can't see the eye. If I hold
I
it this
can't
way,
see
I
it right
can.
now. It's lower it. Yeah, Okay.
But if I hold this up a little bit, I
Yeah.
cannot see the eye. But if I hold
Um,
it back a
what,
little, then I can see the eye.
push the bottom in a little bit and see. I want to see what that does.
Any difference? I'm not sure it
Uh,
moved.
yeah. Do the top view. That's better. It's just a little tip of it. So that's good.
If you hold it further back, you can't see it at all.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go with
Cool.
that.
I like it.
And I'm gonna get I'm gonna get my tool bag if I can find it and blow my nose and I'll be right back.
Okay. I've already given a couple coats of sealer on this, which is, as I said, is tung oil, but I'm going to do some carving on those clouds. And so I'm going to sand this down again and take off a lot of the coating so that I can get it more even and not as shiny as it got in spots because the shiny was uneven. So I'm taking a 200 grit and sanding that off. I'm going to carve out some around the clouds. I'll use a V tool. And then I'm also going to carve this away from the lighthouse up here because you can see it dip in too much. So at least too much for me. So I'm going to do that. So right now I'm working on the sanding. I was before when I was talking a lot, I was working on the sanding around these edges because it appeared that it appears that um, because this cutout,
Hi.
because of the relief here, I've been talking to whoever watches this. So, anyways, a lot of the sealer um, floated down here, and it too much. It got caught in here, so it got really shiny, and you could tell the
And we're back.
difference.
I found my bag.
Okay,
Not
nice.
where I expected it. It wasn't in the bag. It was
No,
on the floor, but okay. I am so appreciating Puffs Plus lotion because I've been blowing my nose for a long time
yeah,
now. And I'm still not too sore from it. So that's good. I'm going to use my 50% water and 50% alcohol, rubbing alcohol.
yeah.
Squirt my eye, and yep, came right up. That's nice.
Rubbing alcohol. You mean you don't put rum in it?
No, bad Barry. Get a little bit of that under his eyebrow there. Now, I have to tell you, this was the good side. This was the side where the eye had the scoop that I liked.
Yeah.
This was the one that I kept trying to make like the other one and never quite
Okay.
made it. So we will see how this goes. And I'm wondering if I can still use this. I think I can. It's not dry yet.
Can you pull your camera up a little bit? Will it
Oh,
do that? Yeah. Then I can see the whole thing. Yep.
and this in here. I might just start with a little bit. And remembering that I want the eyes pointing forward, I'm going to put the bigger part back here. It's not sticking to my wood. Does that mean I need a new piece?
Hmm.
I don't know.
Hopefully it'll
Oh,
settle
no.
in there.
Where are the rest of my knives? This is scary. There are only like 5 knives here, and I know I've got more than that.
Yeah.
Well, we'll deal with that crisis in a moment. Right now, I've got to get my eye in place. Don't want me there. I want you there. I'm putting it like this. Where's the eyeball, please? single. Okay, that one went forward a lot better, and I think it's because the way I did my putty, but now I gotta make it match the other one or he's gonna be cockeyed. I could have done this one forward face more than I did.
Yeah, you did a good job on that left eye. So
How's this one looking?
that's, yeah, that looks pretty much right. Huh. Yeah.
It's going in deeper than this one did.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, they don't look
Uh,
cockeyed, right?
Um, how do they compare? No. How do they compare when you look from when you look from the front in terms of evenness?
This one's buried more
Yeah.
in the wood putty. Let me clean that up. More about the putty. So the placement of the putty, I've decided is key. So I
Yeah.
built this one up. Yeah, I could have tilted these forward way more. Because the second one, I was like, okay, I know I need a lot behind it. So I put the putty in right, and it was just push and done.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was really easy. But I guess I had to learn that from the first one, you see. Clean this up. Don't need that much. Now that you're in place, I don't need that much. I want you underneath too. So I'm pushing it around the whole eye here, pushing me back. My fingernail, my tool, and smush, smush. Looking pretty good. That was easy. So yeah, the key is the build up in the back. Set your putty
Yeah.
so that you have more in the back, and it'll
Yeah.
automatically go in forward.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yep. Can't see it. There you go. Yeah. That's good. Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. And now I'm ready to let it set up. Smash it flat. The more I smash it flat, the less sanding I have to do. I'm pleased about that. They've got a crease there, but I probably would burn you anyway. So, and that's why we like to use this because you can wood burn over it and it looks like wood. And just take my 50/50 and squirt, squirt, and rub that clear and clean. And this one got a little sneaky, fiddled with it. Bright and shiny eye. Good. So now I'm ready to prime and paint. And for priming, I'm just going to spray it with our, better put this away. Is there any particular, I guess as long as I seal it, where's the lid? Oh, Lord.
Yeah. That's what
There.
just the main thing is seal it.
And it's good for next. Ah, Ziggy, set timer.
Oh, yeah.
Ziggy, set timer.
Timer for how long?
7 minutes.
7 minutes, starting now.
Sorry, got away from me because I was busy with my eyes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that worked really well. Pleased. That was too easy. Now for priming, which I don't know what that'll do to my Kwikwd, but odds are I'm going to hit it with the spray. And of course, I didn't bring the spray, so I got to go to it. Excuse
All
me.
right.
I went to Dollar Tree yesterday because they have really good bread that I like. I mean,
Yeah.
bread for $1.25, which you can't get in the store anymore. Gold medal. I mean, it's like,
Really?
yeah, gold medal
Okay.
bread for a loaf of bread for $1.25.
Cool.
And I said, I'm going to look for some more of those cosmetic sponges that I keep talking about because I'm running low. And if you use polyurethane, they get hard, they harden up. So you
Yeah.
can only use them once, which wasn't a big deal because you got like 20 for $1.25. So every session you would have plenty. Um, and do you know I could not find them? I
Really?
don't know if they don't make them anymore because it's been
Okay.
years since I bought them, but they were prolific before. They were ubiquitous. They were
Yeah.
everywhere. But now they've got these sponges that you have to use to blend your makeup. So they're like one big sponge, which isn't going to work for what I want it to do because
Yeah.
I'll use it once and have to throw it out. And it'll be $1.25 every session. I don't want to do that. So
Right.
I'm hoping I'm wrong and that they haven't done away with my cosmetic sponges in
Right.
in the multi-pack form.
Okay.
But I did not find them yesterday, much to my chagrin. These white specks. Okay. So that's pretty well dried, and I guess I'm just about ready to start painting.
I was using a 220, but I went back down to a 150.
For cleaning up your sky,
Yeah.
get those ridges off. I've
Yep.
been teaching my little ones to go across the grain
Yeah.
with your 80
Yeah.
to knock the ridges off, and
Yeah.
then
Okay.
go with the grain. Um, when you hit 150, go with the grain.
Well,
And that seems to work faster.
okay. I haven't done it that way because I've always been afraid to go across the grain.
Yeah.
But but it cleans up enough if you go with the
Well, and
grain afterwards.
you don't want to press hard. If you just keep thinking, I'm just knocking the edges
Right.
off. I'm just
Right.
knocking the edges off.
Okay.
Um, and it works really fast and really well. And then
Yeah.
go 150 and down with the grain.
Right.
That seems to work. Again, it's so odd that more women don't participate in wood carving because a lot of the sanding techniques,
Yeah.
I've been filing my nails for forever.
Yeah.
I know about primers, I know about top coats
Right.
because I've been doing this with my nails for 40 years. I know how to file and I know how to sand because you use the rough side first to
Yeah.
get the shape, and
Right.
then you come back and you go with one way with your finer one. Yeah, these things came naturally to me, made sense because of all my years of taking care of my nails.
Yeah.
And if it's a lot of sanding, you could go across the grain lightly with your gouge. Take the
Yeah.
tops off.
Okay. Right. And a
And
number
that would
three.
reduce your sanding. I'd
Yeah.
use a 3 and I wouldn't try to dig deep. I'd just go lightly, just try to take the ones that are sticking up will come off. And
Okay.
then you can reduce the amount of time you spend sanding. I mean, you still have to sand it, but
Yeah. Right.
I have done that to to avoid sanding as long.
Yeah. Well, once
I'm so
again,
bad about that.
I've always been cautious of going against the grain. So
Hmm. Well, and you should because everyone I've ever heard said don't go against the grain, but I'm telling you, it
right.
works. It works just fine. Now, if you press with 80, whether you're going with it or against it, you're going to get the grooves and you're going to
Right.
have to work on that. But
Right.
if you do it lightly and think about just taking the edge off, the high points off, you're going to be fine. Um, I think I'm ready to paint. So our next session, I'll have my paint stuff out.
Okay.
I'm going to start with dark grays, I think, for the roots. Ziggy, stop. So I guess this is the end of our first official. We're running late because of getting knocked off, but
Okay.
um, this is the end of our first session. So it's 3 o'clock now. So I will see you at 3:15.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, bye.
See you then. Bye-bye.